Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another new and noteworthy mod review. Today, we're going to take a look at the MBTrack 1000 and 1100. But before that, this video is brought to you by Frank Muse. Thank you for being a farm baron. So, the MBTrack 1000 and 1100 can be found over at moddingwelt.com. There will be a link down in the description below. And when you download that mod, you will need to unzip it and move the zip that is in the zipped download file that you download into your mod folder. I'm really not sure why the mod is zipped in its own zip when there's only a single file. Typically, when that happens, there are multiple files to add to your mod folder, but there's only one. So it really doesn't make sense to me. But just note, if you download this, you put it in your game, you don't have it, it's probably because you forgot to extract the zip from the download that you downloaded, and then you're going to want to put that into your mod folder. So let's go ahead and take a look at this in the shop. So if we go to our mods and DLCs, that's where we're going to find the MBTrack 1000, 1100. And I also have downloaded the Stoll front loader pack from the in-game Giants Modhub, downloadable content, or farmingsimulator.com. So if we look at the MBTrack 1000, 1100, we have the MBTrack 1000, 1100 itself and a 700 kilogram concrete weight. Let's go ahead and take a look at the configuration options with the tractor itself. Base configuration comes with 95 horsepower, manual transmission, 135 liter fuel capacity, and a 40 kilometer per hour top speed. Now we can change our tires. We have Trelleborg in standard configuration, wide tires, care tires, 1.5 meter track, care tires, 1.5 and 3 meter track. And I have to say, that is pretty awkward looking, if I say so myself. Then we have care tires for beats. We have care tires and wide tires combined, narrow tires. We go to Continental, we have standard, wide tires, standard. Midas, we have standard and wide tires also. Michelin, we have standard, wide, wide 2, wide 3, and narrow tires. Then back to Trelleborg. As far as front loader attachments, front attachments, that is down here. We have none. We have front weight holder. And then we have 45 kilograms, 135, 225, 315. We have front hydraulics. We have decals. We have standard. We have, that, which has changed this color a little bit. Municipality or family, that has changed the top there once again. And then we have used, which is a little bit more of a faded variant of the standard. We have GPS, and if you take a look inside the cab and on the top, we have no or the ME-Track Guide 3, which does add an extra monitor in cab and the receiver on top. Then we have additional lights and extension. And I have to say, I really like how the map or the mod author has done this. We have no additional lights and no extension. Or we have lights but no extension. And you can see the lights show up right here on top. Or we have no lights and the extension. Or we have lights and extension. Or no lights, no extension. Folding window, we have a choice of none. Front folding window, back, or folding window, front and back. This is just visual at this moment. There's no ability to open or close the windows. We have front loader attacher none, Stoll Super 1, or Stoll F30. And that is why we downloaded the Stoll front loader pack from the in-game Modhub. Then we have the engine. We have the 1000 from 1982 to 1987, 95 horsepower. We have the 87 to 91 at 100 horsepower. We have the 1100 model, 87 to 91 at 110 horsepower. We have the 1000 from 87 to 91 with boost, 140 horsepower. We have the 1100 with boost, 160 horsepower. Then we have the 1187 to 91 with an intercooler, 180 horsepower. And then we are back to our 95 horsepower original. As far as color goes, we have the main color. You can choose from standard. Yeah, that. Municipal orange. Family green. We have gray white. That. Orange. And then a used color, which is a bit faded. I kind of like the ability to pick used. You know, we could go up here and add used to there. And then we have design color. We also can then pick used for design color. So we get a little bit faded on our top here. The sides are faded, and we can go here to rim color. We have our choices with rim colors, and we can even go with a used rim color should we so wish. We can go ahead and do our license plates, and we can go front and back. Let's go ahead and take a look, see where they show up right there in the middle and on the rear fender, just like that. And that is all the configuration options for the MBTrack itself. Now we do have a front weight, and the front weight is, or the rear weight, sorry, is going to go on the back, and we're going to need to use a forklift in order to put this into place. Let's go ahead and get one of those, and then kind of demonstrate some of this action on some tractors. So over here, I have two tractors. They are identical, except for the front loader attachment. So one has the Stoll FZ30. The other has the Stoll Super 1. So this is the one that is supposed to attach to the Stoll FZ30. And let's go ahead and just pull on in here. Now you can see we can attach to it just fine. And it works. Now I did notice that there doesn't appear to have any sort of hose attachments on the front loader. So if we disconnect, and then if we connect up with the other one, which should have the Stoll Super 1 adapter, you can see the adapter is a little bit different there where the hydraulic hookups would go. It will still connect and make everything operate, but again, we do not have the hydraulic hookups. So let's go ahead and show you how this works with the weight. We're going to just park the tractor right here. Hop in our forklift. We're going to slide our forks through these points on the weight and lift the weight up. And then we are going to position the weight here at the back of the tractor. Just like so. Drop it down, and there we go. So that is now our weight installed. Now, one thing that I was kind of curious on is there doesn't appear to be any way to really secure this weight there in the tray. We don't have a way of hitting Q to basically connect. Let's just disconnect there. So we don't have a way of hitting Q to connect our weight or anything. There's no way to strap it down. It just appears to freeform sit there. I don't think it's going to slide out or anything, but as you can see, it still is. It's just kind of sitting there in that tray. I, for one, thought there would be some way to hit Q once we placed it in there so it would, quote-unquote, attach or be affixed. Maybe, you know, have a way of strapping it down, chaining it down or something. That would be pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and take a look here at our lights. So we have our front lights, our second stage lights, and the rear lights are third stage lights. While back here we do have our four-way flashers, left and right blinkers. There are no beacons on this particular tractor. We also have our flashers on our front. Take a look inside the cab. We do have indicators for our beacons, and then we do have a lighted dash. And if we do have some really cool animations here with respect to our shifters. Go forward, reverse. We have an animated throttle, brake. I want to hook up to the front loader again and just see if we have animations on the controls for that. We do indeed have animations on those controls also. It's really cool to see. Yeah, really nice mod. I really like this tractor. I know it is a favorite of many. Now, I do want to go over here and show you these. I have 3 different engine configurations here. This is the one that we just took a look at, I believe. Or sorry, this is the (1982 to 1987) model. And yeah, I'm pretty sure all of these engine sounds are the same. We hear kind of wind down, which is pretty cool. We'll hop in our municipal orange. This is the one with the intercooler. Do have really nice models. If we look closely, it's hard to see, but if you look super close, you can kind of see inside the vent there, inside the engine cover. We do have the animation of the radiator fan spinning. It's a little hard to see. The engine is completely covered up, so we really don't see it in there other than just getting a faint look of it over here on the front grille. Now, we do have PTO on the front. We do have our hydraulic hookups on the front and the rear. And I wanted to show you the suspension on this. The suspension on the Farm Sim 19 version was impeccable, and we once again have really good suspension on our Farm Sim 22 version. So you can see inside we do have an animated knuckle on there, and you can see we do have active springs on the front. In fact, if we back it up here, we might be able to get to a position where we have spring compression on one side and not on the other. So there we go. We've got nice spring compression on the left side of the tractor, and right side of the tractor we do not. So guys, that is the MBTrack 1000 and 1100. You can find it over at moddingwealth.com. Link down in the description below. I would pair it up with the Stoll front loader pack that you can get from the in-game Giants Modhub also. Let's go ahead and just look in cab real quick. You can see we do have the GPS monitor there, and we do have the additional lights on this particular model, as well as the extensions. And until next time, happy farming.